Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anime Happy Hour, Episode 5 in March 2015.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Hell, hell.
All right, this is Episode 5 of Anime Happy Hour, and today's buzzword is going to be high school.
High school, kampai.
Kampai!
And you'll find out why we chose that buzzword once we get to the discussion. It's very appropriate, I feel. And so, quick introductions. My name is John Fragglepuss Evans, and I am drinking the Escape to Colorado IPA from Epic Brewing.
Ooh. And I am Lindsay Evans Stark. And today I am drinking your, just nice mohawked orange shock top Belgian white. Tasty.
Interesting.
Good choice. I'm Brianne Evans, and I am drinking Ghost Rider, a white IPA from Wasatch Brewery.
Oh, delicious.
It's quite, yes.
Hey, it's Brittany Evans, and today I am drinking New Age wine. It's a sparkling white wine from Argentina.
Ooh, how do
You
do?
are always so much fancier than us.
So classy.
I don't know. Nobody could be a shock top.
I just got
Yeah,
a beer.
that's true.
It's
I got
refreshing.
me a beer.
It a Belgian style wheat ale brewed with citrus peels and coriander. That is fancy.
That is fancy, and I love it too.
You're a classy
Dame.
girl. All right. Okay, so that's us. And moving on to our first section, one that we all enjoy ever so much, anime quick hits. Woo, woo.
Boop, boop, whoop.
Okay, so this is where we discuss what we've been watching, watched in the past since the last episode, what we plan on watching, all that good stuff. So, I am still watching Kuroko no Basket,
Me too.
which is so great. And it's been about 5 episodes for one game, I feel. Right, Brianne? Lots of sweat.
Yeah.
Lots of crowd.
He's doing all of the Generation of Miracles moves in one game.
It's
Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Everyone can just shut up about
Settle down.
It's crazy. So also I've been watching Death Parade. Enjoy that a great deal. I recommend that to anyone who's into psychological, thrilling, afterlife, I don't know,
Intense horror.
mature, I guess, because it's so psychological type
I'd
content.
say mature for sure.
Ha.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, boy.
Hey, that's another t-shirt idea.
Watch out
Mature
now.
For
Mature
sure.
for sure.
Brought to you by Anime Happy Hour. Because that's what you put in the bottom of shirts.
Well,
All
na-
of them.
just on the back, on the butt. All right. Also been watching more of Parasite with Migi and Shinchi.
Shinchi.
And that's a really good one. I recommend that. We watched for our club SLC Anime. We watched Blast of Tempest.
Oh yeah.
Mixed reviews.
Somewhat a somewhat consensus of reviews of,
Eh,
it had a lot of potential and just went on too long. Was very
so
very
much
slow.
talking.
if you like Shakespeare,
and battles
talking.
of the brain.
yeah.
Like logic battles that go on for like 5 episodes. You will love it. But yeah, so that's Blast of Tempest. This month for SLC Anime, we're watching Ranma 1/2, a classic anime from the late 80s into the early 90s. Been watching a lot of that, and it is really funny. And the soundtrack is hilarious because it's an older anime.
So good.
And
I
it's
love
just, it's so funny. But the show itself is hilarious. And yeah, it's great. Also, comical psychosomatic medicine.
What?
Yeah, this is a new one. I know.
I love those kind of names. I
So
love that translation.
it is so funny because they're short form episodes, but this is one time where it fits perfectly because every episode features a different disorder or disease, mental condition. And so there's a psychiatrist and a nurse, and they just discuss, for example, depression in one episode or panic disorder and things of that nature. So it's like 5 minutes, and they'll say these insightful things that are true about the diseases, but then they'll go off and it will be just completely over the top ridiculous. So it's a nice mixture where you look, it's educational and then it makes you laugh. And yeah, it's funny. And then in regards to manga, been reading Watamote. And then also, thanks to Lindsay, the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service. Thanks for that recommendation.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Easy.
Oh,
You just love corpses so much.
oh that makes me sound so weird.
Yeah.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
I love dead corpses.
As opposed to alive corpses, zombies.
Zombies, exactly.
Yeah, there's two
the
different
undead.
kinds.
Yes. Reanimation.
Mm,
What?
station.
Okay. So, Lindsay, what have you been watching?
Well, thanks for asking, John. Currently I'm not watching a whole lot. I know it's a crime.
Oh, I have other hobbies.
Oh, I love chickens. I just got 4 new chickens, and so they're taking up a lot of my
Speaking of which, have you started watching Silver Spoon yet?
time.
Are there chickens in it?
They love
It's all about
chickens.
farming.
It's about
Oh,
a
that's
kid
right.
that goes to a farming high school, but
High
he's
school.
High school.
Oh, come
Nice catch.
Yeah, I'm on it.
but he's from the city, and so he's a fish out of water. It's
Hilarity ensues.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's really heartfelt, and it's a great one. And
It's on my
Lindsay,
queue. It is definitely on my queue because it fits into the things I like, which
Yeah.
I like chickens.
there's
a
the
whole lot.
there's the cutest little piggies in there.
Oh gosh.
he names some
Pork
pork chop.
Oh,
Mhm.
pork
Pork
chop?
bowl.
Pork bowl?
Pork bowl, yeah.
Pork bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will watch it without a doubt. It's on the list.
good.
Of course, as you may have picked up, listeners, I absolutely adore Kami-sama Kiss.
Mwah.
It's very shoujo ridiculousness, and I love it very much. And I am just every day a new episode comes out, I watch it because it's so cute. And the second season, in my opinion, is better than the first season.
Whoa.
I know, but it's so good. So I've been watching that, and then I have been reading Parasite, the manga,
Nice.
which I just can't even say enough. If you like an anime, read the manga because you will pick up on so many new things. And the anime, they got to fit this big story into, 13, 24 episodes. They don't capture everything that the manga captures. There are some vast differences between the manga and the anime, which is really cool. And I love it. And I nerd out every night reading Parasite manga. And like I said, that's about it. I will be watching the Ranma 1/2 for our club.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm very excited for. And then there's a whole slew of new animes coming out in the next week or so, 1 to 2 weeks. Spring
Everything's finishing up.
2015.
Yep.
Winter's finishing up. Spring is about to start, and there's a few that I'm pretty excited to start watching. So that's about it for me. Breen.
Oh, so I just finished Your Lie in April.
Uh-oh.
I'm still a little upset or sad or just, it was beautiful. I don't know. I'm mixed emotions. It was really well
Feelings.
done. It was so good. And then I've been watching Absolute Duo,
Mm-hmm.
where, the kids in high school,
High
High
school.
school.
Oh, kampai.
as I was saying it. They use their souls as weapons, and that's been really cool. Lots of different fun stuff. And, of course, like John said, we've been watching all those things together, and I really liked this Ranma one. I feel kind of like when we talk to people about anime, they've already, it's a classic, so I'm glad that we're trying out some older anime, and so it's been really fun. Go for it, Brittany.
All right. I have also, well, I watched Blast of Tempest as well for the SLC Anime Club. And then I got very excited
Oh,
boy.
no.
when I watched the trailer for the live action Attack on Titan,
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
which I'm sure we have all seen, and it looks so good. Have you seen the Subaru commercial that was like a teaser trailer?
No.
It's a Subaru like driving on windy roads like they do, and there's Titans chasing after it. It
Ha.
is so creepy and so good. So
I would buy that car. Like
I know.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, car commercials are so boring. It's
No,
the same
it makes
thing
it so
every
good.
single time. I would buy a car if it was a car running away from a Titan.
But you know that that's a Japanese commercial.
Oh, it totally is.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Japanese.
They'll never show that in America, which is
No.
it's so sad.
I
Unfortunate.
know.
Yeah.
It is because it was like I'll show you guys after the podcast, but it is so good.
We'll post it on the
But I
Facebook
got so
as well.
excited that I actually watched a couple episodes of Attack
you-
on Titan because I was like, oh, I want to watch it again. So that's what I've been watching lately. But I do need to get on the Ranma one for the next meeting.
Which we
Um,
need more people to come. It's the best group in the planet.
I know it's so much fun.
It is.
It is.
But that's
All
all
the
I've
fun.
been up to. Pretty simple right now.
Well, good. That's anime quick hits. Woo!
Ba-doom.
All right. Next segment is a good one. No, nay, a great one. We have Lindsay's anime super awesome fun fact.
Hey, hey, hey. It's me with the fact again. What? All right. So, kind of just a quick fact here. As many of you may already know, but as some of you might not, we're going to talk about what does OVA mean,
Oh, that's a good one.
right?
I don't know.
I mean, you hear it all the time. You hear, oh, that's a, 12 episode season with 2 OVAs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what does that mean? Well, for you all in listener land, let's go over this real quick. OVA stands for Original Video Animation. Okay? So it's a term for direct to video anime. So OVAs do not have the stigma generally attached to direct to video films in America. Rather, the OVA format is viewed as a chance for animators to create higher budget and less restricted animation than the TV shows.
Oh.
So kind of a way to let the branch out,
Oh, okay.
let them soar.
So it's not a whole season. It's just a standalone.
Exactly.
Episode
That
or
goes
something.
with a season.
Gotcha.
So in particular, OVA episodes tend to be of variable length, usually between 30 minutes and an hour, sometimes longer than that. The freedom from the half-hour format of TV production allows for experimentation in pacing and story structure. So they don't feel like they have to be rushed.
Yeah.
Get more in there. Translated OVAs are usually sold like TV shows, although the number of episodes per volume may differ. Remember, though, that you're probably not getting shafted. Although you get 1 or 2 fewer episodes, they will be longer and more movie-like than the TV series. And that, my friends, is what an OVA is.
Cool.
Great fun
Nice.
fact.
Yeah. Speaking of Attack on Titan, they have a few OVAs, and they give kind of a history into the backstory of the Titans. They're they're great.
Which is the main point.
There's the one where they
Exactly.
find the
Our-
notebook, and
Yes.
It's kind of a way to tell a different part of the story that didn't quite go with the storyline,
Yeah,
the
so you
progression of the
yeah.
storyline, but something you still want to cover. So always watch those OVAs. You'll get a
Yeah.
lot more out of a series,
I love it
for
when
sure.
when I love a series and then I'm done and I think it's over, but then there's OVAs. It's like, yes, more content.
Special treat.
More content for me to enjoy. All right. Thanks, Linz. Next up, we have the anime review brought to you by fragglepuss.com. So, since the last recording, since our last podcast, I have reviewed a few anime, including 1 Week Friends, which is an adorable anime. Similar if you've seen the movie 50 First Dates. So,
exactly like that.
Oh,
but the gal,
But in high school.
oh, kampai.
but this gal loses her memory every Monday.
Oh, so
And
she has a week long.
She has a week, and she knows what's going to happen and everything. Really adorable.
Oh,
Also, I can't understand what my husband is saying.
tell me about it.
Great anime, just really cute. Short form, so episodes are 4 to 5 minutes, and there's only, I think, 13 of them. So it's a really quick watch, and it's pretty adorable. Then also, Kite, and also Kite Liberator. So these are 2 anime movies about this assassin, and they're, standalone movies. You don't have to watch one to understand the other, but it's interesting because one is in the 90s and then one is fairly recent. So the difference is in animation between the two. And the story and everything is interesting to watch. And then also Blast of Tempest, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, but go more in depth in the review. And then additionally, I've posted our content from the latest and greatest in anime panel that we presented at Salt Lake Comic-Con back in January.
Woo!
So that has a whole list of, I think, a little under 30 anime to check out. And then last up, it was a wonderful coincidence that for one of my classes in school, I had to do a review in the science fiction realm. And so I did, for school, I was able to do a report on Psychopaths.
Oh, great.
And so my title was Psychopaths and Philosophy. Does reliance on technology help or hinder? So I also put that up on the website because I think, I don't know, I enjoy it quite a bit, but it goes into depth a little bit about psychopaths and the technology and everything like that. And so, yeah, that's all for the anime review. Next up, we have the Brianime moment.
Oh, Brianime moment time. So this is just, since I've been really into Your Lie in April, I wanted to just talk about one of my favorite moments of the show. There's a lot, so it was really hard to pick, but this one's just particularly adorable. So we've got our naturally, he loves her, she loves him, but she loves somebody else.
Like
Problems,
they do.
You
I mean,
just can't win.
It's
You just
kind of
can't
my
win.
favorite thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, so, but I mean, it was kind of realistic-ish. I don't know, maybe not. They're in junior high. It's hard to make love.
What?
What?
Never mind.
Okay,
never mind.
start
I'm
over.
going to start over.
Hold
here.
on.
No, it's okay.
No.
Let it riff it out.
Start just that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
No,
keep
just
going.
keep going.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm just giving you sass.
All right, so
like I do.
we've got our main character, and he is in love with this girl who is dying. It's very sad. You pretty much know this from the beginning, so I'm not giving too much away. And then we've got the best friend who is realizing that she's in love with our main guy. Okay.
Naturally.
But the girl that our main guy is in love with his best friend. Did everyone follow that?
Wow, that's a lot of angles.
So the best friend finally realized that she's in love with him. And so this part I'm going to say is just how she expresses her love to him.
Oh, no.
And the reaction is just brilliant. So she says to him, she's like, I know that you like her, but she's in love with your best friend. So I guess you have no choice but to love me. and then they're standing in the rain. Of course, it's super romantic. And he just does that slow head turn towards her. And they just look at each other. And she just kicks him right in the shins because that's what you do.
That's what you do.
And she's like, you're an
Get
idiot. And she
embarrassed.
runs away. And I just loved it. I was like, that's so cute because that's how, well, I guess there's no one else for you to love but me. Right? Oh, I just loved it. It was
That's
adorable.
really funny.
So that's my moment. And I really think we should all watch it before we die because it's the most beautiful story. I know. It's a
It's
top
good.
anime. It's up there. It's beautiful. It's
Well done.
It gets all the emotions.
I've been here, I see all the posts about it, and they're all very
right?
positive.
See, I am.
I mean, positive about how sad it is.
well, if that's a thing. Yeah, but it has a really. It's just a really
positively
well done story.
terrible.
It positively rips out your soul.
It's positively
You
depressing.
guys don't even understand.
I
It's
know.
the
I
most
hope
beautiful-
one day to understand.
I'll watch it with you. It's beautiful.
It
I'm very
is.
passionate and in love with the animes that I love, like we all are.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that's my moment. Brianime. I want to make my own little jingle for this. I'll work on it.
We'll get
We'll
there.
get, we'll get everyone a fun little
Give
jingle.
it time.
Like a schmoopy jingle.
All right, let's get into
Schmoopy
our.
schmoop.
Let's go.
All right. Thanks, Brianne, for the Brianime moment.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So next up, we have the main course. Yum.
Oh. Nom nom nom.
Oh boy. So now we'll find out why we have the buzzword of today, which is high school.
Kampai! Chink.
So the reason that we have this is because it's very fitting for this topic, which is stereotypical anime situations or cliche anime situations,
Yeah.
which
There are many.
high school kampai
Woo woo! Come on.
Hi.
is probably one of the most thought of when you think of these cliches in anime, because it always comes up. So the first one that I'd like to bring up, just because I think it's hilarious, are nosebleeds. So of course, nosebleeds are what happens when a person is
Becomes aroused or turned on.
when something happens that is very exciting to them
Yes.
sexually.
Like a random boob slip. Those bleed.
Yeah, I guess something like that. But yeah, so
Come on.
so when a character gets turned on or whatever, something funny happens and they get this nosebleed, and in some anime it's like a simple drip. In others, like it sprays
Like
out,
gushes out.
where they would have no blood left in their body if that were real. And then others, there's like a spout or a fountain.
Or like a spout both ways, so it looks like a big blood mustache.
I love the spray when it's just like waterfall. Ugh, it's just so
I
ridiculous.
love it when it's like a shotgun where it's just a quick spray, like.
I mean, it makes you lead to believe that in Japan, if you can't take that, you would take that as a compliment. It's like, I know.
I really don't understand how that became a thing.
I don't either.
Like, how does that become a signifier? I mean, like,
it's a boner.
Well,
Whoa.
Okay, fine.
Right into the boners.
I'm sorry.
in
Mhm.
American animation, cartoons and such, it's always like the big googly eyes or like the tongue falling out of the mouth, which is like whoa, 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 whoa. But like a nosebleed just seems so
yeah.
gruesome.
I love it so much.
I know, it's so great.
I'm sensing a Lindsay anime fact about why nosebleeds came to
I'm
be.
already looking it up via the Google, the Googler.
Although I have to say, one of my very favorite nosebleed instances is in Kill la Kill when Ryoku comes out in little like bunny pajamas,
Uh-huh.
or I think that's what it is. And the dad gets a nosebleed. Then the young son gets a nosebleed, and then the pug dog
Oh,
gets a
man.
nosebleed, and it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I love it. It's so silly.
That's so good. Oh, I love it. So yeah, nosebleeds.
Can you think of when? Is it always males?
Yeah.
I think it
I
is.
can't think off the
can't
top of
think
my
of a
head
woman.
of a woman.
I'm sure it happens.
Maybe
though.
somebody knows
I
out
mean,
there.
it has to.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure.
We'll have to do.
Or is like that the equivalent? The whole like squealing runaway,
Turn into a chibi.
getting really sweaty.
I don't
thing.
know.
See, that's
Hey,
more
if you
me.
can think of one or if you've seen one, post it onto
The Facebook.
the comments
Yeah.
and let us know.
Yeah. All right, nosebleeds. So, Lindsay, what do you think about stereotypical or cliched anime moments?
Oh, goodness. There are so many. When I was looking this up, it just made me laugh the whole time because it is just so stinking true. So, all right. I'm sorry. I think I'm stealing this from Brittany, but I love it. They never have parents around. Never. And you know what I don't understand either is if their parents aren't dead, like they're still alive, like in Bonjour, which I'm I forgot to mention that, which I am watching right now. Mm-hmm. The main character, her parents are still alive, but whenever it shows a shot of the picture she has of them, it does sun glare through their faces. So you don't see them. You don't know who they are whatsoever.
They're not
make
important.
any sense.
Exactly. It's just...
Yeah, let's not get carried away with, unimportant facts of, like, where you came from.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And I wanted to quote this off of the IO9. IO9? I think that's how you say it.
so.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. I can't even stand it. But it just says more than 50% of all high school aged children in Japan.
High school.
Oh, high school.
Kanpai!
Children in Japan are completely parentless. And the other 35% only have one parent remaining. Mm-hmm. Basically, if you're Japanese and you have a kid, you are basically signing your own death warrant. It's so true. These poor parents, they just never get a chance.
Well, or they're in America.
Yeah, it's
all
like
business.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
they're either like at work abroad, or they're dead, or they're alive, but you never see them. Like, where are they?
It's pretty funny.
Well, like in Hime Goto, about the kid that has to cross dress.
Oh yeah,
and why does he have to do that? Because his parents went on this vacation, so they're not in the picture, and they racked up this massive debt, which is for some reason in his name. So they're not in the picture, but
it's all their fault.
See, that's how I can't remember. In Kami-sama, it's the same thing where like her dad dies and her mom dies and her dad gets this massive debt again and gets kicked out, and then he just like runs off and leaves it. It's like I said, these poor kids, no wonder they're just
maybe this
out there living it on their own.
Yeah, they have more adventures.
Oh, way
more restrictions. Think about it too. In most anime, a parent's usually missing. I don't know why, or not anime. In animation, in life, in Disney, they always kill them.
Oh, that is true.
You know,
Always.
I don't know. They don't want you to have parents. I guess.
I guess it makes life.
Maybe you're a better person.
You know, that struggle to overcome. Even if
I feel
they
like
are
I've struggled and
still
I've got
alive.
2 parents.
I don't know.
So
It
I just
happens a
read
lot,
a funny thing. You know, of course, I'm Google researching as we go, and it just this quote that parents kind of dampen storytelling and play no key role in these stories, and so the animators just choose not to include them.
I guess that.
Okay, I guess
Move along.
Yeah, don't spend the time animating those parents when you could animate,
or just put
chefs flying around on giant
yeah.
pieces of pie.
Well, like
I mean, that is more interesting. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
that's
I'm a
true.
mom, and I'd love to be animated, but I'd rather that you animate a chef on pie.
well, like Gugure.
Kakure-san.
Kakure-san. She's just alone and she thinks she's a doll.
And you have
She has no
idea.
family. She lives alone, but still goes to elementary school and somehow buys cup ramen all the time. Where are you getting your money?
Why do you have this house?
Well, it's
It's
a
so
cursed
confusing.
house for two. There's all
Oh,
all
yeah.
that weird spells.
It's so
that
weird.
show's weird. I guess that's in its own weird realm. But
It is.
there's
It
no
is.
parents, so yes, it's very common.
Yeah, and so I
can
mean, just
name-
reading, it seems like again they aren't added in there because they just really don't add anything to the
Yeah.
story, or they add to the story by not being there.
Like adding mystery and like
Intrigue.
what happened? Why are they alone?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Ouch.
yeah, that kind of always seems to be the case for these poor parents. Don't move to Japan if you want to be a mom or a dad. You'll probably end up
Well, if you want your kid's
either
life to be
either
interesting.
getting horribly in debt or dying a horrible death. So,
Very true.
Brianne, what about you?
So one thing that I really noticed recently, and it just kind of blew my mind, was like, so you usually have your main group of people, and they have these random little enemies that slowly start to just join the group after the conflict has slightly been eradicated. It's like, okay, now you're our best friend.
Well, once they're
Right?
defeated.
Do you see it all the time? I just went through a list of all the anime I've ever watched and was like, oh, this happens all the time.
Uh-huh.
It really got me going when we were watching Ranma this last month. It's like, oh, you know, the guy's like, I'm going to kill you. And then he turns into a pig and he's always at the house. Like they're best friends. And then the girl that wants to kill, I guess they always want to kill poor Ranma.
Yeah. Poor
She's
Ranma.
kind of a brat. Then she's all of a sudden, you know, wants to marry him. I don't know. How are we all becoming best friends and all of a sudden living in the same house? And it happens all the time. I was looking through everything like,
Do you think it's kind of like a Disney thing where there's always a moral to the story to where you can start as enemies and end
then
up best friends?
maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
It seems like a lot of the time there's like a common enemy where it's like small battles and then the larger war, and as they're battling like over petty things, then they realize that they have in common this like greater enemy that they need
Which,
to.
if they would just talk it out from the start, they
Whoa,
could just
whoa,
get
whoa,
right
whoa.
to the
Whoa.
point.
Well, what kind of story would
But that's like a 2-episode anime right there. Let's talk it out. Give me a break.
Instead of fighting these epic battles, let's go have some ramen and talk about our feelings.
Bored.
Well,
You
that's
don't want that kind of anime?
that's pretty much what happened in Blast of Tempest, and you hated that one.
They talked about it so much. It's like, oh, they're gonna have a battle. Nope, we're just gonna talk about stuff.
Word battle.
but then they all live in the same apartment at the end. By the end,
That-
See, they worked it out. They worked it out.
Just hash it out. Well, like in Kill la Kill,
Oh yeah,
they're enemies, and then they
and
end
then
up
they go
coming together.
shopping together.
If
yeah, and then you all go shopping.
if they would have worked it out at episode 2, like, oh, we're both trying to.
No.
But then we wouldn't have had all those awesome battles with all the like power ups and everything.
Well, they
That's
didn't
true.
know. Yeah.
It's true.
But then,
I guess, you know,
I like,
pacifist is just saying, can't we all just get along?
yeah, I like
No.
to think of harem anime. That's a classic. Like I think of Data Live. That
Oh, yeah.
like what happens every single time is, well, you know, for example, in that one, there's this boy, seemingly normal high school student,
High
come
school-
by,
Bye.
and then he has an enemy. He defeats the enemy, and then she's in love with him. And then a second enemy comes along, defeats them. And, you know, so that's classic harem where that just keeps going until there's about 5 girls. One of them's really quiet and shy, and one of them's
my
really
God, of
outgoing.
course.
One's really violent. You know, the works.
And I guess, man, anime would be really boring if they did just kind of work it out. 'Cause- well, you know,
you just
you know, I just had to think it through, you guys. Okay. Because my favorite anime, of course, are the reverse shoujo. And if they all just kind of figured out who they're going to be with at the very start,
Then
I
where's
would
all
never
the
get
attention? Where's
I
all
would get
the?
the
You
things
gotta
up.
have
Yeah.
the tension.
You-
I
Yeah.
was just about to give a huge spoiler away about probably my most aggravating. If they just would have said something at the very beginning,
You know, hindsight is 20/20.
I'm just gonna
man.
say another.
Oh,
Oh
Just
yeah,
would've
just say
said
what
something
say what's going on
From the
Come
very
on.
start, there
Yeah.
could have been a lot less gore. I
But-
mean, but I love the
But
gore.
then bored.
I know.
I'm-
I know.
no,
All right,
that's
I'm just gonna go through real quick. Devil is a part timer is hilarious. Big fights. Lucifer comes, and then he is their hacker.
yeah.
By the, anyway, there's so many
Yeah.
examples of this. It's hilarious. So
So great.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I am going to just blow the roof off this joint
Whoa.
with
Settle down now.
Go on.
with
Or not.
the old transfer student.
Oh, classic.
So I just compiled, probably a short list in terms of how many there are, but just a list of the ones that I could come up with that involve transfer students. Danao Coil, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Kill la Kill, Another, Glass Lip, Nisekoi, Madoka Magica, Bleach, Data Live, Trinity 7, Durarara, Soul Eater, Sabagebu Survival Game Club, Silver Spoon. And that is just a tiny nibble
That's like, yeah.
on a giant pizza's worth of times that some mysterious transfer student shows up
Shakes up the school.
and that what is going on?
I think my favorite transfer student was Madoka Magica because she kept being the entire time as the
she
new
was
transfer student.
So mysterious. You're just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on with this girl? And that's, I mean, it totally lends to that. Like, what is more, you know, like these kids in Japan, they live in these tiny neighborhoods, and I'm sure they go to school with the exact same people from the time they're in kindergarten.
In Parasite, it's huge about this school against this school, and you can't date a girl that's at this school, and
they're all about like so much of their identity is what high school that they go to.
High school.
Hi.
You guys have said it like 3 or 4 times.
Okay,
so let's
sorry.
just take a big swig.
Sorry.
So it, you know, it does seem like it would be a big sort of upset to have a new student come in and everyone's just like, who's this? What are they up to? Oh, where were they before? Why are they here now?
I swear I've met them before. In a
In
dream.
a past life.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh my
I think the designated seat for the transfer student is the back of the class by the window.
Hopefully with the window open and the curtains like just gently blowing.
Yep, that's always the case.
I love that.
You know, and surrounded by all the girls that are, oh, he's so cute.
Oh my
But of
gosh.
course he ignores them.
Well, yeah.
'Cause, come on.
Or he's oblivious to the fact that they're all coming on to him.
Exactly. We're just hitting a bunch.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
just-
that involved,
Doing
we've
the-
got, you know, sitting by the window.
Oh, yeah.
Then one of my other favorites is everyone in Japan is apparently oblivious to any sort of emotion like being pushed their way. Like they have no idea that people like them. And I don't know, like, how can you be that out of touch? Like, oh, 7 girls in my class think that I'm super awesome and super hot. I have what? What are you talking about?
Or,
And
but, you know, a lot of times too, it's that like best friend that they've known all their life. And I think back to my childhood. And if one of my best guy friends liked me that way.
You married a guy that you started dating when you were 15.
Plus, almost all of your.
So this really doesn't count.
Plus, Lindsay,
true.
to be fair, 75% of your childhood guy friends have turned out to be gay.
So that's also true.
I don't think
were you
that-
the last girl that they dated?
Hey now. Hey now. No.
Was it that bad?
Listen.
Zing.
Wow.
Okay, we're
Moving
talking about
on.
anime.
Laid it on
Not,
thick.
Not how Lindsay's
I need
the last
another
girl
beer.
that all the gay guys have dated.
All right.
Dated.
Oh, stop.
You just killed my point there.
I'm
Britt.
sorry. We'll
Thanks.
back up. I can cut that out.
Killed her point.
Yeah.
Killed it. We can go back.
Well,
But again, an anime wouldn't be as intriguing if they were just straight up, oh yeah, let's date.
it does get frustrating though.
Oh, you tell me. I love shoujo anime. They're all doing that crap.
Honestly, all this stuff we're talking about is kind of the reasons we like anime, right? It's endearing.
Oh, yeah. It's love-hate relationships. Like, sometimes I just want them to freaking kiss. Have a kiss already.
Right.
And it's always where they get to that moment where they're right about to, and then something happens. Or someone walks in, or one of them gets all red-cheeked and, oh, I know, I'm so nervous. And it's like, oh, just kiss each other already. Makes me crazy.
Yeah. I wish there was that like in between of like run of the mill, never any action, and hentai, like
What?
middle ground where they actually
What?
do kiss.
No, I agree. I wouldn't mind watching a little making out. I don't want to see it go all the way to,
like-
you know, tentacle
Stuff.
stuff.
Doesn't always.
But I wouldn't mind a little, like,
That's what I'm saying. Like
affection.
an in between. An in
Yeah,
between.
in between.
For us adults that, you know, we just want to see some smooching.
I am a grown-ass woman, and I can watch 2 cartoon characters kiss each other.
Put that on a t-shirt.
That's a lot of words for one shirt.
I'm to the back.
Front and back, yeah.
Front and back. Front, I'm a grown-ass woman.
Back.
Back, and I can watch 2 cartoons kissing each other if I want.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that's good.
So
I mean, my favorite anime is Kami-sama. Kiss.
It's in the
I
title.
never kiss.
Is it called Kama-sama? Nope.
It is like Kami-sama.
Almost kiss.
Ugh, it's so frustrating.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's go on to the next one.
Sorry.
No, so I would like to mention the classic overly powerful student council.
The all powerful.
Yes, where of course when there's anime set in school, there's this student council, and for some reason they have the utmost power over the principal, over everyone in the school. Everyone's obedient to them. Like in Himegoto, it's the student council that gets him to cross-dress. In Saitokai Yakuindomo, same thing, where there's this overly powerful student council. And I just think it's so
I
funny.
mean, look at Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know. She runs the school, and the teachers are like, yep, she does. Like, it's so funny that even in all of those scenarios, even the teachers like bow down before the student council. And
Yeah.
it's like, what are you doing? You're a grown up.
You're
I
a
mean-
grown-ass woman.
I can handle a student council. Yeah, I just think back to my days in high school, and maybe it's just completely different in Japan, but student council? Come on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even half of the school thought they were kind of dorks anyway. So it's like,
Bunch of nerds.
I don't, maybe that's a, like a, what is that word?
I think it's a cultural thing.
Cultural.
Like,
I don't
because
know.
in America, you think of, and no offense to anyone who's been on a student council, but they
Hey, Brittany
usually
was on one.
I was.
they usually win
The student
because they have
councils
the
actually
silliest,
do
weirdest
have
campaign
power over the
or
approval
yeah,
and
they're
funding
these
of student
they
clubs.
are usually really
Which-
friendly or outgoing. They're
student
you know,
clubs.
They're
of
not like
course,
dominating
again,
like leaders.
of-
They're
in a
usually
lot of
just like
anime.
really personable, nice.
popular. Join a
people.
club.
exactly
Swim club,
The
tennis
pretty
club, whatever.
people.
What-
Oh,
what
yeah,
have
that's,
you?
That's classic.
So clubs are really important because they're meant to prepare students for the high pressure work environment into which they'll eventually be dumped, and students are strongly encouraged to join at least one. So with the clubs being so important and
Yeah.
the funding kind of being decided by the student council, I can kind of see why being exaggerated, it can seem like they're very powerful
Mhm.
entities.
I can see that, and yeah, I'm sure they do have power, but then it is exaggerated,
Right.
much like many things are, such as the nosebleeds.
Right.
Which
Giant
Weren't
boobs.
you saying something about the nosebleeds?
Well, that it when you see something that excites you or that's perverted or whatnot, that your blood pressure rises. And so it's like an exaggerated form of that. Like my blood.
So much
like,
blood pressure.
So much blood pressure, it's spewing out my nose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
It's something.
Yeah,
It's something.
totally. All right.
Linz, what you got?
So I guess I would just like to hit on I wish you could all see me. The shring. That was me just pushing up my imaginary glasses.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Log Horizon style.
Oh my
where
god.
they have
yeah.
glasses battles.
But they've been doing it for a long time.
Well, yeah,
this
but that
goes
one-
back
Oh
to
yeah,
the
but
beginning
it's
of
just
time.
funny how they definitely took it to the next level.
And how just menacing characters or really intense characters.
Or the like hyper intelligent character.
Exactly.
Ooh, like in Helsing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you can't see through their glasses half the time.
Like, what are they doing? What are they thinking about? I can't tell their emotion.
So ominous.
Exactly. And just, can you imagine if in real life, every time you went to adjust your glasses, ding!
Ugh,
I would make so much noise at work.
I would love
Yeah.
it.
must be nice, guys.
You'd have to play into it, or else you'd just look real weird.
I'd do it during meetings at work.
Well, I work as a hairstylist, and it's hot in there. I'm blow drying, and my glasses will slowly start to melt down my nose, and so I'm constantly like pushing them up, and I either feel like an anime character or like I'm on the set of Revenge of the Nerds or something. You're like, oh, my glasses.
Yeah, it's just, again, I'm sure there's some thing in Japan about people with glasses.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just partly like, you know, in American culture where a lot of the times villains are either in dark glasses or intelligent characters wear glasses. Like it's just this sort of visual cue of like, oh, they're mysterious, or oh, they must be really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Breen?
So one of my favorites is the ever-present. Either they're at the hot springs episode, and then later on at the festival where everyone's wearing their kimonos, and the girl just actually looks pretty for once. It's like, oh wow, you dress so
Oh,
nice.
you look different. I think I
Reminds me-
might be attracted to
It kind
you.
of reminds me of like the American prom, how that always happens.
Oh,
So
totally.
this is
Oh,
like
yeah.
their fancy night, and it's always so fun, and the school has to get ready for it. Sometimes they
And
take several episodes to build up for the festival.
Exactly. They go catch the fish, the goldfish.
Well, and then with the hot spring episode, it's always the same thing where it's like, obviously they have the boy hot spring and the girl hot spring, and the boys are so like, oh, maybe we can find a hole in the fence, and the
Uh-huh.
girls are,
There's nosebleeds.
Or climb the fence,
Yeah.
but it falls over.
and then all the girls are in there just, oh, aren't we having a great time?
And the
Boobs
girls
are
are
bigger than
I was
mine.
gonna say, and all the girls are comparing chest sizes.
And there's always the one that's just flat chested.
And she's got the sad face like, stop it, you guys.
Mhm.
It's just
Funny.
normal.
It's funny that
It's normal.
it's always like that too.
Around the 6th or 7th episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
mid-season.
mid-season. It's so funny. I love it, though. It's,
Hey, they've been working hard for 6 episodes. They need a break.
well, I don't know what it is like as far as like how their school year goes or whatever, but I guess it's sort of like like spring break.
Well, it goes with the class trip because they always go
Right.
they
To the-
fly
to the-
places
to the
half
beach.
time.
So
oh,
it's
and
like,
the beach
you know,
episode,
spring break,
same
like,
type
you
of
know,
thing.
Girls Gone Wild at the hot springs, or not so much.
Not so wild.
I mean, not wild. I'm not saying that it is Girls Gone Wild. I'm just saying that, like, you know, spring break, it's a type of a thing. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
No, but it's true. There are those classic
specific
episodes. Yeah.
Well, like when we're watching a new anime, we're like, oh, here it comes.
Yep.
Here's our festival
Yeah.
episode. Here's
So-
our hot spring.
Like in-
I love it.
In
Here's the
Kurokano,
beach.
Kurokano Basket.
Yep.
Oh, it's in between tournaments. Let's go to the hot springs.
Of course. And then the rival team shows up too.
Oh yeah, classic.
Oh my gosh! And my very favorite is in. Is it in Danao Coil where they are at the festival at the end of the year and it's so super cute?
They're always kind of cute.
Is it that one or which? Oh,
Which one are you thinking, girl?
There's one monthly girls Nozaki-kun. The very last episode is a festival. They're watching fireworks, and you just want them to say they love each other.
Oh, one of the fireworks.
You just don't ever
Oh,
get it.
what was that one we watched that was cute about the super tall girl and the short
Yeah.
guy?
Lovely complex.
Lovely
Yes.
complex.
That
And
one
they
was
had that festival that was really cute. And
Oh,
she showed up in her kimono.
Yes, of course.
And he's like, "Oh, you look great." And, oh my gosh.
But
so
she is denied, and she's the ghost. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
so upset that everyone's like, "Man, you were the scariest one.
Oh.
Everyone loved you." That was really fun.
Man, I do not like slice of life, but that one is adorable.
That one's so
You just
good.
need to watch the right ones.
Yeah,
I know. I need to watch the right ones.
Yeah,
We all thought that we hated sports anime, and then
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
they can make anything interesting. I watched an anime on glass blowing for crying out loud, and one on the rails.
which one on calligraphy? Like, what?
So, I want to bring up one of my favorites because I, for some reason, love food in anime. I love when they show the food on the table, like those big spanning shots of like, oh, this is what we're about
Spirited
to eat.
Away.
And everything's like gleaming and looks like
Uh-huh.
amazing. And I just wish I was an anime character so I could eat all the food. But there's always that overzealous eater that just like shovels food in their mouth. Like grabbing handfuls is just like no table manners, like rah, 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 I'm starving, rah, 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 rah. Or they eat like an entire bowl of ramen in 20 seconds.
Well,
Or
like,
eat everyone else's food as well.
Yeah. And they never gain weight.
yep.
They're always like some like normal sized or skinny character who just, oh, I can't stop eating. I'm starving. It's It's so funny.
I hate it.
I think of D. Gray Man with Alan Walker.
Oh man.
And of course, there's an explanation. He has a parasite, so
That makes sense.
so of course
I wish
he's
I
just
had a parasite.
super hungry all the time.
A parasite that I could eat whatever I want and never gain weight.
That's always classic.
Oh, and to kind of tie into the food part, I always think it's funny when anime characters, they're usually high school students.
High school.
Come by.
I'm sure we've missed a million.
They're running late for school. They've woken up late, and their mom's always made this full breakfast, and they say, "Oh, you need breakfast. Oh, I'm running late, Mom." And they always grab a piece of toast and shove it in their mouth, and then they hold the bread in their mouth and run to the bus. And it's like, or run to school. And they're
else
just
are they
running
gonna
with
get?
bread, like sticking in their mouth. But it happens all the time, and it's so funny.
And their hands are free.
Yeah, it's not like
Exactly.
they have to be like, they could be holding
that
the
would
bread.
get so soggy in your mouth, just gumming on some bread while you're running.
Or you might chomp down too hard and then it falls on the
Ah,
ground.
you're doomed.
Totally impractical.
If they're lucky enough to have a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
All right. So
all right.
There's
So
tons more, obviously, but these are good ones.
yeah. So yeah, that's the main course. There are a ton more. So, but we don't have time to bring them all up because there are a lot of cliches, stereotypes, such as the boob fall, where the male character falls into the
Turning into a chibi.
turning into a chibi when something crazy happens.
Big drip.
Big
on the face.
teardrop. The shonen battle explanations. 5 minutes of this is what I'm gonna do, and the enemy just sits there. Girl that uses violence to express emotion.
Yep.
Sports anime, how the crowd always explains what's going on.
Luckily.
And
How
so-
it's always shown if somebody is a grown up, they're either like an adult guardian or an older brother or sister, and their apartment or room is always littered with beer cans, or their fridge is just full of beer because they're a grown up.
They're a grown up.
Yep.
Oh, and the opening to anime, every single one, some character or all the characters are running.
Where are you going?
Everyone's got to get wherever they're going in a hurry,
Real fast.
super fast, with bread in their mouth.
I think one thing we can say is that there are so many cliches, but I think we've figured out that maybe it's the cliches that make us love this stuff so much.
Oh, totally. I mean,
Right?
that's what, like, it's what draws you into it. Or like all, like where you can just sit there and kind of giggle and laugh at things that you're like, what are they doing now?
And
But
it-
you love it.
And at the same time, like we mentioned Kill la Kill for a lot of these, but it's one of the most unique anime that I've watched.
Oh, totally.
But it does have a lot of those cliches, but that doesn't take away from everything else that's so unique about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, and like sports anime, the crowd explanations, that's in every single one.
It helps.
But they're also unique.
I didn't know so much about basketball.
No,
And
it's
now you do.
yeah, it's great. So yeah, there's a ton of cliches, stereotypes with the anime, but yeah, I think it's just great. It's wonderful. So, kind of to close us out, Britt, what do you have today for the flubba-dub?
All right. So this one is titled Manly English.
Oh boy.
I could not find the anime that it comes from, but it's an older anime. It looks like it's probably 80s or 90s. And just a little setup here. We've got a group of Japanese beefcakes who who have a bone to pick with this black Afroed American fighter dude, and they're in a nightclub, and it's about to get crazy.
また来たのね。いつ見てもダサい。
Here comes old-fashioned Japanese. All of the Japanese are stupid.
Sorry, I got sweat in my hand.
あいつ何喋ってんだあいつの正体だけはわからんの You speak English?
I'm rather be good at beating you up.
I'm a champion. I'm the strongest.
And then there's a bar fight.
And that moment where he's saying, I have sweat in my hand, he's squeezing an orange. Like, what?
I don't understand what
Why
that's
is that
all
the
about.
explanation?
Sorry, I have a sweat in my hand. Oh, you speak English? I'd rather be good at beating you up.
I am a champion.
I am the strongest.
I've never had a conversation like that with someone.
I just love it. Well, and it's kind of funny because when you read anime, it never sounds as cheesy in your head as when someone's reading it out loud, and then you're like, wait, that sounds really silly. But there you have it.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a great
I must
flub-a-dub.
Thank you.
I always enjoy those.
All right, and to close us out, a section that we all love so much, the shout-outs.
Shout it out.
Shout it out. All right, so I would just like to do a couple quick shout-outs. One, of course, to The Closet Geek. Check them out at theclosetgeek.net. They do all sorts of... They do a podcast that's all nerd-related activities. The Four Horsemen of Geek, they call themselves. They are the four brothers. And it's a great podcast. Check it out. Also like to shout out to SLC Anime.
Woo woo.
And also to fragglepuss.com. Check it out for weekly anime reviews and all that good stuff.
And I would like to do a very amazing, awesome, huge, wonderful, big time shout out to Hunter Adams and Natasha Waitford. Sorry, Natasha. They found out that I was reading the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, and they sent me the entire series of mangas, brand new, in the plastic, unopened.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a gift that I'll keep on giving because we'll all read it, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so, huge shout out. Thank you for fueling my nerd fire. Love you guys.
All right. I want to give a huge shout out to Brittany's boyfriend Scott for always helping us out so much with our podcast and our sound and why it sounds so pretty.
He does such a great job,
And we
and
just
he
love him.
gives us his time freely.
It's very kind. And again, I'm going to make a shout out to my brothers who have started watching anime that I am not recommending to them.
Oh.
And they're telling me what to watch. And I
Whoa.
couldn't believe it. My mind is blown. And I think Riley and Alec are my new anime heroes.
Oh, that's
Oh.
great.
It's pretty great.
We love you guys.
I just want to give a huge shout out to Kathy Evans for always coming to our panels at conventions and encouraging us to go after the things that we love. And she is so supportive and amazing, and we love her.
Yay, Kathy.
Thanks, Mom.
And one last quick shout out to all of our listeners. Thanks for listening to Anime Happy Hour. We hope you continue to listen in the future. All right. And that is it. So this is John Fragglepuss Evans signing out.
And this is Lindsay Evans Stark signing out.
And I am Brianne Evans. Signing goodbye.
And this is Brittany Evans. Watch out for those boob falls, everybody.
Anime Happy Hour. Boop doop ba-da-ba-doo.
Bop,
Boop
boop,
ba-doo-ba-doo.
bop, ba-dee, bee,
Bop,
dee, bee,
bop,
beep,
boop-a-doo-doo.
bop, beep,
Smoop, beep,
bop,
beep, beep,
bop,
doop.
ba-dee-doo-doo-doo.
Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Bop, beep, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop.
Smoop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Boop.
Skibbity-bee-bop-boop-bop-a-doodle-boo.
Whoa.
All right.
All right. Good work, everyone.